And welcome back to the channel. On this video I'm going to be talking about the Lyric Graffiti X e-bike, as you see it right there, and what I want to talk about is legal versus illegal. And it's not just this bike, it's other bikes with similar specs on them, and let's show you what I mean. First off, the bike does have pedals, as you see right here, and they are operable pedals that can propel the bike. They're not just there for show. It does have an on-road, off-road switch. I'm going to point out to you right there. So we'll talk more about that coming up, but now I want to show you the motor and exactly what we've got here. Now you can see there that says 60V, which is 60 volt, 3000W, which is 3000 watts. So that's the size of the motor. So it's got a 3000 watt motor, which is far above 750 watts. And so let's talk about this. This particular bike, this is just an example. This is a bike that I own. This is an example of this style of bike and what it has to offer. So this is a motor, as I mentioned, a 60 volt, 3000 watt rating, which is not legal for a standard electric bicycle on public roads in most of the US under federal and most state laws. An e-bike is strictly defined as having a 750 watt or less motor. So while the Lyric Graffiti X, which is this bike, features a high-powered 3000 watt motor, it is designed with a dual mode system to address legality. Street legal mode, class 2. By default, the bike ships with a software limiter that restricts it to 750 watts nominal or 1600 watts peak. And it has a top speed in on-road mode of 20 miles per hour. Okay, and in this mode it is generally treated as a legal class 2 e-bike. Off-road mode. Okay, so off-road mode, owners can unlock the full potential of the 3000 watt nominal 7200 watt peak motor, allowing speeds of 45 plus miles per hour. In this mode, the bike is illegal for use on public roads, bike lanes, or trails. Consequences of 3000 watt power. If you operate the bike in its 3000 watt unlimited mode on the public infrastructure, it is legally classified as a motor vehicle, moped, or motorcycle rather than an e-bike. Because of that, it exceeds 750 watt, many states, including California, New York, and Texas, require the vehicle to be registered with the DMV, insured, and operated by a licensed driver with a motorcycle endorsement. Fines and impoundment. Riding an unregistered 3000 watt e-moto on the street can result in fines exceeding $1,000 and vehicle confiscation in states like California. Recent updates in California and Connecticut are specifically targeting high-power bikes. Some new laws remove the word continuous from power limits, meaning bikes that briefly peak above 750 watts could be reclassified as motor vehicles. So let's hop on and talk about this. I think my bike has been idle too long and it shut off, so let's just turn it back on. Okay. So basically, so when this bike was purchased, it was purchased as a class 2 e-bike, which I knew it was going to be shipped and had that button. I didn't go in and change any settings here, nothing. I just have a button there that I can push off or on for on-road or off-road, whichever. And so I didn't go in and tamper with anything. It was sold to me like that. And it was sold as a class 2 e-bike. with the capabilities for off-road of going beyond class 2, beyond class 3, which I knew. So I'm trying to think now, when I got this bike, I bought it 2 years ago on January of 2024, but I didn't get the bike until Halloween that year. It was a long time, 9.5 months before I got it shipped to me. It was in pre-order when I bought it. And so the laws have changed already since then, right? Now, it's kind of a gray area all of a sudden, you know, where they're talking about this bike or this button not being legal. So, first of all, let me know your situation in which bike you're riding. Like, do you have a bike similar to this that's a higher power motor than 750 watts? You know, it's funny. Let me know in the comments though what you're riding. Are you riding something that's exactly 750 watts or less? It's funny how they put the limit at 750, but they're worried about speed. Seems to me like more than power, they're worried about speed. And let me get by this truck here. And yet oftentimes, a 750 watt motor can still go well beyond 20 miles an hour. It can actually go beyond 28 miles an hour. So, to me, it always comes down to the rider and how you ride as to whether, you know, you're riding illegally or not. You control the bike. The bike doesn't control you. I've said that countless times. You're the one operating. You're the one, in my case here, I've got a full twist throttle. I'm the one twisting the throttle to whatever amount. You can see I'm going 17, 18 miles an hour. And this car is going to wait on me. I believe he saw me, which is good. They don't always see us. So, first of all, I don't ride the bike crazy speeds. I have ridden it twice up to 50 miles an hour, but that was just a brief shot just to show how fast the bike is capable of going. It wasn't me consistently riding that speed. I have no need to go that fast, really. And I keep it off of trails, although I'm going to go on one right now. Just for a brief moment, you'll see coming up here. But to me, it comes down to more of how the person's riding. By riding in the bike lane, which if it's there, I take it. The only time I don't like to ride in the bike lane, even if there is a bike lane there, is when it's full of debris, which can happen from time to time. I just don't want to. I think it's more dangerous to ride in the bike lane in that case, and I don't want to get flat tires either. So I don't do it, but if there's one there, you know, under regular circumstances, yeah, I ride in the bike lane. It doesn't bother me. And by riding in the bike lane, you are showing now that you're riding at speeds of up to 28 miles an hour, which we're legally allowed to do if we're pedaling, or 20 if we're throttling, even though the bike is capable of going well beyond that. Well, I've changed my mind about going on the trail, the little path there, because somebody's walking there and I don't want to startle them or anything, so I'll go this way. Anyway, I just don't like when they label everybody with a bike that's capable of going beyond the limit as being evil and riding like maniacs just because we have a bike that can go faster. It doesn't mean we're riding and acting crazy and doing crazy things. But so this bike is actually really set for 750 watts in on-road mode. And it peaks at 1600, which is quite a bit, but still, peak wattage is not supposed to matter. Unless you're in California, when they're saying 750 peak is the maximum you can have, which is absolutely crazy because that eliminates virtually every bike. Most every bike can go beyond, or will go beyond, peak wattage of 750. The surge will be definitely more than that. I mean, every single one of the electric bikes, all of them, have peak levels beyond 750 watts. Even the little Light XP Lite 2.0 has a 500 watt motor. It peaks at over 800 watts. It's beyond the 750. I mean, are they going to start taking all of those off the streets? Anyway, what my thought on this is that, first of all, I think this should have been done a long time ago. If they're worried about all of this, they shouldn't have waited till there's a gazillion bikes out there to put these legal limits. I say enforce the laws as they are and get rid of all the hooligan riding. I just saw yesterday, for example, a kid on the road, and this kid was under the age of 12. He was either like 10 or 11 is my guess for age. And he had one of the mini dirt bikes, you know, electric, you know, those mini E-moto. And guess what he was doing with a bunch of other kids watching him, neighborhood kids. He was doing wheelies right on the road. And where are they learning this? My guess is they're on YouTube. And I'm not going to name names. You probably know who they are, the guys that do the crazy stuff. And these are adults that are doing it, showing the kids how to do it. I'm not a fan of the wheelies. I just don't like that. I think that's dangerous. I mean, I did some crazy stuff as a kid, but I wasn't on a dirt bike or anything like that. On a bicycle, the craziest thing I did was jump ramps. You know, that's how crazy we got. But I wasn't even one back then to do wheelies. I don't remember ever trying to do wheelies. That wasn't my thing. And there was a crazy thing I do remember doing as a kid, though, and I mean, looking back, it's crazy stuff, you know. It's because when you're a kid, you think you're immune from anything. You're not going to get hurt or anything, but that's far from the truth. I remember riding my bike and then getting it going and then standing on the seat. Things like that. But I wouldn't go on endorsing or showing kids how to do any of that stuff. I just don't think there's a place for that. I mean, there's a place for electric bikes in this world, 100%, but not for doing all the crazy stuff. I mean, you still got to respect the vehicle. It is a vehicle that can, you know, you can have a serious accident with, and you got to respect the vehicle as that. Anyway, I just wanted to point out about this bike being kind of a gray area. I mean, it's just an argument over a switch. I didn't put the switch on there. That was how the bike was sent to me, and the options you have for on-road, off-road, a simple switch. I didn't tamper with any of the settings. You know, I'm not trying to boost the bike up. I didn't buy any, you know, any modifications to it or anything like that. I just went with whatever the bike had to offer. There was a software update at one point, but that wasn't to make the bike go any faster or anything like that. It was just virtually, it was to kind of actually make it better for a little smoother on your takeoff with the throttle, and also it made the pedal assist level or pedal assisting on the bike even more nice. So yeah, so that's this bike. On road, 750 watt peaking at 1600 with the switch. If you switch it to off-road, then you get the 3000 watt peaking at 7200 watt. That's going to do it for this video on Electric Bike Mark. Thank you very much for joining me. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave a comment, let me know what you're riding or any other comments that you want to make on videos that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.